Today I want to show you how to build a website using Google Sites for free. And then I want to show you how you can set it up with your own custom domain name. Hi, I'm Jamie and welcome to Teachers Tech. As I mentioned, we're going to be building a Google site from scratch here today. In fact, we're going to be building this Google site. It's called Pooch House. It's a mock website for spa services to dogs. You can see that we added different things like galleries, Google Forms in it, and even added a few different videos. You'll see how easy it is to create a website using Google Sites. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to purchase a domain and set up your Google site to have that custom domain. Let's get started today on how to build a website with Google Sites. You will need a Google account to create a Google site. You can see up top, I'm already logged into my Google account just with a demo account completely free, but this tutorial will work if you're following along with a work or school account. I'm going to go to the app launcher here, and I'm going to go to Google Drive. This is where I like to start my Google Sites from. I'm going to go to My Drive. And I like to create a folder first to keep everything organized. So I'm going to go ahead and just go new, and we're going to create a new folder, and we'll call this demo website, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and hit create. Inside of this demo website, this is where I'm going to create my Google site to keep things organized. Now I showed you under the new, you can go this way, or you can just right click and you'll get the same thing. But to get to Google Sites, you can go to more, and there it is right there, Google Sites. So I'm going to click on Google Sites and it's going to open up and I'm ready to start with my website. The other thing I want to point out to you, a shortcut to your creating your Google Sites, is if I have a new tab open like this and I just type sites.new and hit enter, it will automatically create a site for me as well since I'm already logged in. But the organization factor won't be the same. So I'm going to close out of this one and we're going to start with creating our website here. Let's start by giving this website a name. And I'm going to make a pretend website for a dog spa, and we're going to call this Pooch House. So I'm just going to go ahead and type Pooch House in. This is going to be the name. The other thing I'm going to do right now, this is what the file's called inside where it's going to be in Google Drive. And I'm going to call this the same thing, Pooch House, and it comes up at this point also. And it will automatically save as we go along. Now we're in the header here. I want to point out we can change our header type. So if I click on, so since I'm clicked in here, if I go to header type, right now I'm under large, but if I pick cover, you can see how it changes to banner to title. If I go, and we'll stick to large banner here for a moment, if I want to go back, I'm just going to click in the middle again. I can upload an image or select. If I go to select, I can go to search images through here. I could go to my Google Drive. I could go to Google Images and do a search. I'm going to upload in this case. So if I go upload, I just need to find where this is going to be. So on my desktop, I have something called Google Sites, Images, and I'm going to upload this header image. I'm going to click open. So this is going to be my background. Now it adjusts. So this down here removed the readability adjustments. So if I click on it, it will remove this. It made the background image a little darker so I could see the Pooch House. The other thing I want to point out is that you can choose a theme right from the get-go. So I've just typed in it, but if we look over to the right-hand side, we have themes over here, and I'm under simple, and I can click on different colors, and right now you won't see very much. But if I click on this one, you see how the fonts change automatically, Diplomat, how it changes. And so you can pick which one you would like, and then you can change the color type as well. You can see how that changes. I'm going to go back to simple, but I can always change it. I can always change it at a later point as well. Let's go ahead and add a logo and a favicon now. And to do this, I'm just going to move up top and hover over this top, and notice we have add logo. I'm going to click on it, and then you'll notice that we can upload a logo and a favicon. I'll explain what that is in a moment, but I'm going to go and click upload. I have this that I'm going to use for my logo right here, and click open. Notice right away it picks up the colors from that logo, and it will ask, do I want to use this as a theme? So if I click on the orange, now over on the side, it's chosen that color, and that will be the theme that we'll be using throughout. The other thing that we can do is upload a favicon. A favicon will appear up here. So see, this is the Google site symbol right here. The favicon will replace this. So I'm going to go upload, and I'm just going to use the same one for now. I'm going to click open. So this will be my favicon. I'm going to close out of here, and I want to point out I have my Google Drive tab open. If I go back, you can see this is being saved inside of my Google Drive and has the updated name as well. So let's go see how this could look as a website right now. So we can preview it, but we can also publish it. When I preview it, I can go up here. So no one knows this website's out there yet, but if I click preview, this will show me what it's looking like. You can see the logo up here. The favicon doesn't appear yet because I don't have this site published, but look down below. If I want to look what it looks like on a mobile, I can click it, and it gives me the idea as what it will look like on a tablet. I can click on and back to the computer screen. I'm going to close out of this. Now, publishing is a bit different. It's up here. I'm going to click publish, and it's going to give me a name. So this is the site that you're going to see this at here. So if you were sharing this site with somebody, this is what you would give them. I am going to show you later on how to get your own www custom name that you can add to this. You can also add who can manage the site. So if you are collaborating with anybody, you can click manage and add people here, and they can help you create this. I'm going to go ahead and just click publish now. And once I do that, it's live. So if I share that site, people will be able to see this. If I go back up to publish here, we can go back to our publish settings. I'm going to go to view publish site. So this is what it looks like online. So if someone else saw it, this is what they would see. Notice this is the favicon up here, this where it's orange right here. It replaced that Google Sites. If I wanted to go back and edit again, I can click edit this page, or I can just close out, and I'm going to go back to it as well. Let's go add some text to our first page. And to do this, first of all, I'm going to change my header type, make it a little bit smaller to banner. Now, this is where I want to add some text. And notice I don't have a text box yet. I can go on the side, click text box up here, or if I want to put images, or I can just double click and it brings me to the same parts. So I'm going to go and click on text. It creates a text box for me. So if I go ahead and type this in, so this is my intro on my first page, spoil your pup at Pooch House. And so this is some information easy to use. Notice that as I go through, I can change the size of this text box here. So if I wanted it over here, as I hover over top of it, I can also move it to wherever I would like in here, and it snaps to those lines here. So you'd find somewhere that you'd want it and change the size of the text box to match, and it just adapts easily. I'm going to just stretch this out here a bit more. Inside, as soon as I click in this, if I was going to highlight my text, I can quickly make some changes. So if I was going to use something like a table of contents, I could put titles and headings and subheadings. I can change the font in a hurry. So if I wanted it to be a different one, you can go ahead and play with that. At any time, you can use the back arrow to undo things as well. So undo last action, or use the shortcut Control Z, and it will go back those steps. If I want it a little larger, I can make a change to my font. And we have the other ones like bold, italic, underline. I would stay away from underline a lot of times because people will think it's a link. So if it's a link, yes, you want it underlined, but if you underline it, people will try to click on it. And we have our text color that we can highlight something and change the color to it just like that. But I'm going to go Control Z again. So I'm going to move this over here. So if I change the size of this and then click on this size, this over here, maybe I want to put an image. So this is where I could click picture, and I'm going to go and just choose this one. This one's in my Google Drive, so I could go and click insert. When we insert images, they drag just like the text, so I can move them to where I want, and I can even size just by grabbing the handle of it, so you can see how it stretches out. We can go ahead and crop any image. So with crop, if I wanted to focus just on one point, this will zoom up here. So if I was just looking at the eyes, I can move it around in here. As soon as I hit the check mark, then it's cropped. I can do the duplicate if I needed the same picture, and I can also remove it. You have a few different options here if you wanted to just replace this with a different image, because this will hold the exact spot and you don't want to move it around. You can go ahead and put another image in this spot. So if I was going to go grab this one right here and hit open, it just replaces the image there. The other thing we can do in any of this is to link things. So we can link to external or even internal. So let's do an external. So notice we have our insert link, and I'll use this as an example. So if we wanted to link it to this site right here, I could copy that, or Control C, and I could go to the link and I could paste it in. So I can apply it at this point. So now you can see that there's a link. If I click on it, it will bring me to that. And you can see there's just a redirect on that page set up by them. So if I go back, any word, anything I highlight, I get the same option. So as soon as I highlight anything, we have the link over here. I could go ahead and insert the link, put apply, and then this will be the link. So this is what I mean about don't underline things, because people are going to think it's a link, and this will go to the same spot. Some other changes you can make to a section would be the color background. So if I choose this, there's different styles. So if I click on this, this will match the style that I have as part of my site. I can also upload images if I wanted that to be the background of a section. And you can also delete these sections. So if I delete it, I want to show you a quick way now using content blocks that you can put things in. So the content blocks are here. If I go ahead and select this, it automatically puts this all ready to just put a picture and some text. So now if I just click this, I could upload or select my image or go from Drive. I'm going to upload, and I'm just going to choose this same one, and it places it in. So what do I want to put for text? Well, let's start with up top here. I'm going to say, welcome to Pooch House. It's a little bit big, so I'm just going to go and make this a little bit smaller so it fits across. And let's go ahead and add a little bit more text to here. And this will just be a little bit about us. So we can quickly add this, but I want to add something else too. So I can go to this content, these content blocks again, and I'm going to choose this one right here. So I'm going to click on this, and it adds some new places that I can quickly add some information. So let's go add some pictures. So I'm going to upload quickly to each of these. So I want this one here. We'll upload this image. We'll upload another image here. We'll pick this one with the dog, and we'll do a testimonial at the end. So this will be something, maybe a page full of testimonials from different people. So now I can go ahead and add text to each of these. I just quickly went and added some text. Let's see how everything's looking now. So we can preview up top, as I showed you before, and we can take a look that if it's going to look well on mobile, you get an idea how it scrolls through. We can also publish. Now I want to point out when we publish this time, so I'll hit publish. I'm going to hit got it. So this shows the original here, and nobody can see, or this shows the original on this side, so what's currently published. This shows what I'm about to publish. Nobody can see this information until I publish, so you can just check to make sure this is the correct thing. So as soon as I click publish now, this will be the updated information that people see on my website. We can quickly change the order of these sections around. If I hover over here, see all these dots, this is a move handle. If I click on my mouse and hold and drag, I can change the spot. So this becomes the top. So you can change these around very quickly to get what you need. The other thing I want to point out, at the bottom of the page, you can add a footer that would be on every page. So if I click on this, what's the footer I want to add? I'm going to add a copy right here. So again, I can go back and publish this here one more time, see my changes, hit publish, and it's all updated again. Now it's time to start adding some more pages to this website. I'm going to create 4 new pages. I'm going to click on this, and you'll notice that I just have one page right now, the home page. If I hover over this at the bottom, I can go ahead and click and create a new page. If you just wanted a link, you could use this one right here, and then it would be part of the menu. But I'm going to go new page. And what do I want to call this? This is going to be called services. Now I have this services page. It copied the header, everything I had from the first page, my logo, and even my footer at the bottom. It's all ready to add content. The next thing that I want to add is an About Us one. So I'm going to click on this again, and this time I'll just type About Us and hit done. And I also want a gallery to be putting pictures in. So I'm going to click New Page and we'll put Gallery and done. And I'm going to add one more, but this time it's going to be a little different. I'm going to go to the services and add a sub page. So these little dots right here, I'm going to click on it and click add sub page because I'm going to have a packages one here. So I'm going to have packages and done. And you can see how it's indented and what it means here. If I go to the services, notice it drops down. If I wanted the About Us to be at the last, I can simply drag these around here. So if I drag it down, it changes it up here on the menu. And I can even drag pages into sub. So if I just bring it to gallery and under a bit, so if I just move it under, push it, you can see now how that would be a sub page, but I don't want it there. I just want to drag it down as a page on its own. So we have the menu here. We can change this in a couple different ways. If I go over to the gear, if I hit this, there's navigation. Right now it's under top. If I go to side, it will place it over here. So if I click off this and then show sidebar, then it becomes over here where I can navigate different pages. You can also change the color. So it's under transparent, and I like the transparent, but if you wanted it, let's say black, like this, now the bar comes out and it's black through here. So you can change it for both of those on it. I'm going to go back to a top one and I'm going to keep it transparent. Let's navigate to the gallery. Let's navigate to the gallery page to add an image carousel. So clicking on gallery brings me to this. I'm going to add right here. But first of all, I want to add some text. I'm just going to double click text and give it a little bit of text just to say what's happening on this page. This is where I want the gallery. I'm going to go to insert and take a look at all the different things that I can place onto a page, from YouTube videos to social links to calendars. I'm not going to go put them all in today, but I'll do a few of them. So let's do image carousel. I'm going to click on add image, upload image. I have a number of different pictures I want to upload. I can hit open. It shows me the different ones that got uploaded. I can delete them or remove the image. I'm going to click on insert, and then we get our image carousel. I can move it around. I can size it. I can grab the handles if I want it larger, and I'll center it just like this. So now what does it look like? Let's just do a preview. So if I click the preview, right now I'm in mobile. I can click through the gallery on the different images that I have on this one. I can check what it looks like in large screen and continue on. Remember, if you like what you have and you want to share it right away, hit your publish. I went over to the About Us page and I put a little text in an image just like I showed you before. I'm just going to simply change the style just to change up the color in the background a little bit. I want to add some videos down here. To do that, I'm going to go to insert. We can do this in a couple different ways. Well, YouTube is one of them, and I talked about that for a moment. But if I click YouTube here, what's the link? Let's say I could do a search, or if I found the YouTube video, I could take a video from here and do a search with the actual link in here to get specific. If I click on this one and click insert, here we have it inside our website. Just like all the other things I've showed you, you can simply drag it around. You can size this as well. Another way you might want to add a video is through Google Drive. So if I double click, you'll notice that we can get to Drive here, or we can get to Drive over here. So if I click from Drive, and I have some information or some files inside the practice one, and here is a video. So if I click on this, I can click on insert. So this will play from my Google Drive. So this is important. When things are taken from your Google Drive, it has to have the permissions in order for people to see it. If you don't give them that permission, there'll just be a blank spot on here. So I want to make sure when I put this in, it's coming from my Google Drive, allow anyone with the link to have access, and I just want them to have viewer. This goes to any file. So if I was putting a PDF or Google Docs or slides, I would have to make sure I give that access of anyone. So then I can hit share, and it automatically takes care of it at that stage. So I can go through and size just like I did before. So now I have a couple different videos on here. Let's go ahead and hit publish again. And let's go take a look at what we have now in our published site. We'll go to view published site. And here is our 2 videos in here. So if I hit play, this will play from right in here, and this will play in here. This is a very short one, or you have the information. Let's go check out our gallery. Here we have our gallery. It's coming along quite nicely. I can go back to home. I'm on the services page, just typed out a little information, added a few pictures. I want to point out a couple different things you could add. Now, let's go ahead and add a divider line between here and what I'm about to add. So if I go to insert, you'll see that we have divider. If I just click it, it just gives this line here, kind of like a separation. Now, the next thing what I want to add down here, let's say I want a Google form so a place that they could book their appointment on so I can collect their information. I can add that from my Google Drive. Now, I've already made the Google form, just a simple one to show you. It's living in my practice folder here. So now when I go back to here, I'm just going to double click, go to from Google Drive. It's in the practice folder. And now it's going to be this one. So I'm going to click on it, click insert, and now I have this Google form that I can place in. If I want to preview what it looks like, how it gets used, if I go back to preview, you'll see now as I go down that I can click in here. A person could fill out this information, tell me what they want, and hit submit. So you'd have that built in right on your website. Another thing you might want to add, and I'm going to go to the footer to do this, so it's on every page. You might want to have your social links, so maybe Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. So if I go down here I'll go down to the bottom again here. Notice that we have social links. So I can go ahead and add an image. So I'm just going to go upload, and I have a Instagram logo. I'll place this one in, and I'm going to place this one just to YouTube, just to give a demo here. Now YouTube, I could just go get a link, and I know I'm not going to anywhere directly. I can go and paste my information in here. We'll go into Instagram.com, and I'll place the information here. So once I have that set up, I'll click insert. So notice it went right here. I'm going to move it right here over here to the end to get it in line. And let's go ahead and preview this again, how it looks. So we have our Google form, what I showed you. And now at the very bottom, and this is a little bit of the way, but I have these little links that would be on every page. So if I go to home, and there's my Instagram and YouTube ones that I placed in. So if I go to phone, see how it looks like, and I'll go down the very bottom, here's my social links that when I click on them, it will go to that page. So if I like everything, I'm going to hit publish again and have it all up to date just by a couple clicks. By now, you should have a good understanding of how to create a Google site with multiple pages, putting in images, videos, text, and taking advantage of these quick things that you can just insert. I didn't go through all of these, but they are just a simple click and add in just like how I've showed you. The thing I want to point out now is how you can save time using a template. If I go to the top left-hand corner, the site's home page, and click Sites Home, this is where this one right now, Pooch House, is living. That's the one website I have for this one. I want to point out that we have a template gallery. Now that you understand how to create a website, this is a great way to go from. Now I've showed you with the different themes how you'd apply them, but these are different ones that are already created, and all you have to do is change it. So for example, if I click on this one here, it's going to go ahead and create a copy. So here we go, that we have, and it has all the pages built into it here. So you could go and use something like this and just update the text, update the images through it. You can see how they have their social media at the bottom. So this is definitely a way to create a Google site in a hurry. Another thing to take advantage of with Google is to add collaborators or share this with other people. If it's a business and you want other people to help you out in creating this, go up to here, share with others, just click on it. You're just going to add the people's names in here. So if I wanted to add people, I could just click on it and then give them the access. Then once they're logged in with their own email, they'll be able to make changes. The other thing I want to point out, if you want to quickly grab the link of your site, so right now it's still at sites.google. If I click on this, copy this, I can send that link to somebody in email, and then they're going to see my published site. But now I want to show you how you can go ahead and use a www. So take a look at this. If I go up to settings here, and I've showed you a few different things in here with navigation and brand, you can go out to custom domains here, and you can make it be a www, your own domain. So I would go ahead and click Start Setup. Now you need to have a domain. I just moved over to GoDaddy, logged into my account. I typed in Pooch House here. Unfortunately, poochhouse.com is already taken. I don't know who would have taken that already, but you can see they're giving me lots of different options here. So I'm going to choose this one right here, this poochhouse.com. I'm going to select it. I'm going to make it mine. So I have a GoDaddy account. It's pretty easy to go through and add it. So if everything looks good, I can go ahead and check out here. So I'm going to go to the cart and continue to cart, and I'm just going to go purchase this domain, and then I'm going to show you how to set this up. I have my pooch-house.com all purchased here. I'm going to jump back to my Google site. I am going to have to do some changes over here, but Google Sites walks you through it. So let's jump over here. So now I have a domain, and I'll just put it right in here. So it's www.poochhouse.com. I have to make sure I verify the ownership here. So when I click on this, it's going to tell me what to do. So I have the domain here. It's www.poochhouse.com. I'm going to click continue. So it's going to check for verification. So it's going to tell me to do the instructions of how I do this. Let's go ahead and start verification. So now I have to connect with my GoDaddy. So I'm going to get logged in here. Once I log in, it tells me to connect. It's verifying. This might take a few minutes. Ownership is verified. You can see this only took a few minutes to get this all verified. I'm just back over here under Setup Custom Domain at my Google site. Now that I have this verified, I can go next. This is some changes I have to make inside. I got to go back to GoDaddy and make some changes with my DNS settings. So I'm just going to follow this through step by step. So I'm going to go to my DNS settings and create a new CNAME. Under that CNAME value or alias, I'm going to call it www. So if I go back over to this page right here, and I'm going to go to the domain. And the next thing I want to do is manage my DNS. So I'm in my DNS records, and I just want to point out down at the very bottom, there's this TXT record. This is what they put in to verified I own the domain. I could have went through and added this, but that was just a faster way when I can connect directly to GoDaddy, and they did it for me. Now they're telling me to add a new CNAME entry, and I already have this one right here. They want me to use www. I'm actually going to go and edit this one instead. I could actually go ahead and delete this if I want to, because I'm going to enter the same one. But if I hit edit, rather than it just going to this poochhouse.com under the value, I'm going to have it go to this GHS Google hosted.com because I wouldn't be able to put two of these wwws at the same time. So I could delete this and then add this back, or just make this edit. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit save on this, and this will update my records. And you can see it says success, that it's been updated. Now I'm just back on my Google Sites. Here's all the things I just did. I'm going to click done. And now you can see I have a connected domain, pooch-house.com. I got a new window open here. Let's give this a try. I'm going to type in www. So we're going to put in poochhouse.com. We have to be sure that we write the www because that needs to be there. If you don't have it, then it's not going to work. So let's hit our enter. And there we have it. If I click on the gallery, we have that working. Services, it looks like everything is in there. We have it on its own custom domain. It did take about 10 minutes for the updates to happen. So it's not an instant. Sometimes it can take longer also. In my case here, it took about 10 minutes before this pooch-house started working for me. I hope this has helped you understand how to build a website using Google Sites. Let me know what else you want to learn about Google or any other tech products. Thanks for watching This Week on Teachers Tech. I'll see you next time with more tech tips and tutorials.